Mika, thanks for stopping by my channel. Today I'm gonna do another sewing video, and this time it's a green dress. I got this really pretty green fabric. I originally got it to make a corset out of. I don't know if I'm gonna post that video before or after this because I'm procrastinating on that video by making this video. I really wanted to make kind of like a, once again, another like shirred moment, but like a shirred with like a major sleeve thing. I'm gonna insert like some inspiration pictures here. I want to make this like gorgeous spring moment, green moment. I've been obsessed with the color moss lately, and I found this tablecloth, and it's kind of doing it for me. So here we are. And what's better than procrastinating on one project than doing another project that's just as difficult? So yeah, I want to attempt to make this dress. I think it's really cute. I think it's gonna be pretty simple, and hopefully it is pretty simple and it's not really difficult and I just like jinxed it for myself because I haven't even started sewing this yet. So let's hope for the best. Enough about me, let's talk about how to actually get this done, and let's go. Love to be alive. Oh, it's still recording. That's great. Cool. Because I'm also my cameraman, so I can't just go like cut. I'm the one that has to say cut and also cut. And apparently I didn't do that. And also I'm the editing man, and I'm the sound guy, and I'm also the music guy and the voiceover person. And there's a lot of versions of me. Cheers to all of them. Ah, love that. That's great. Lucky. Hey, it's voiceover me here. Let's talk inspo. So I saw this picture on Pinterest, I think. I believe it's an Etsy shop. The dresses are so cute, and I was inspired by them to make this dress. I'll tag their Etsy shop in my description below. Anyway, so that was the basis of my inspiration for the dress. I wanted it to be a shirred bodice like this here and have like a major balloon sleeve moment. I also wanted it to be ankle length. For reference, we need to put elastic both in the top part here and at the wrist to kind of create that cinch that we like with a balloon sleeve. I believe this is a balloon sleeve. I don't know much about sewing, so please correct me if I'm wrong. The goal is CottageCore, and I think this dress does it for me. Let's talk construction. So for the bodice, we're shirring it. I've done a video about how to shirr, and I'll tag it here. Check that out for a more detailed explanation. But anyways, you're gonna need a rectangle with a width 1.5 times your largest bust measurement. Then the length to where you want the bodice to hit. So for me, it was the waist. So for the skirt, the width is the same width of your bodice. That's just to make things a little bit easier, and we also like a nice full skirt. And the length is how long you want the skirt. Obviously, I wanted it to the ankle, so I measured it for there. Everybody's got their own measurements. Moving on to the sleeve. So for the width of the sleeve, we are going to take the shoulder circumference and multiply that by 2. And the length is however long you want your sleeve to be. Since we're using elastic on these sleeves, we have a large room for error, which is amazing. This is why we love elastic. So that's it. Super simple, right? Yeah, Hi there, it's me, Mika. Right now we're on my piece of fabric, but it was originally a tablecloth. Look at how nice and large she is. I have a couple projects for her in mind, but one thing that I really would like to do is make a nice cute dress out of it because spring is coming. And I have to start getting dressed up as Cinderella to, welcome my bird friends back into the Midwest from their little escapade down south. And so I thought, let's just make a princess fun picnic CottageCore dress once again. Because CottageCore is right around the corner. Spring. When I think spring, I think CottageCore. She's a moment. She's a look. She's a tablecloth. If you can tell, I'm mostly procrastinating because I'm so terrified to cut this because it's so pretty. I love this color. I'm obsessed with this color. If I were to get this at a store for this much fabric yardage, it'll cost me an arm and a leg, plus my firstborn child. And so I don't want to do that. And I also don't want to mess up because I'm absolutely terrified of doing that. I paired it with a matching green heel, a little kitten action,
And I'm getting like Liza Minnelli kind of like realness. I mean, I feel fabulous. I probably look like an idiot, but I feel fabulous. Okay, so to the real action, I'm going to measure this now. I'm going to measure it 1.5, my bust length. It's like a long dress, you know? And I'm gonna have to probably hem it because your girl's declined. So the dress is going to be shirred here, and then I want it to shirr to my belly button. Yeah. So this is how much I want it. I should measure it. 11 inches. I'm gonna cut it. I don't want to cut this. I'm really scared of messing up, but I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. So I have to say, there's something quite liberating about doing the thing that you're so utterly scared about doing. So I just cut the fabric, and I know it's not that big of a deal, but I've been dreading it since I've gotten it, and it's been like over 2 weeks. And I just want to say, even if it sucks, it's nice to get it out of the way. I don't know. Maybe you can apply this to life. Maybe this can be like a deeper meaning, you know? Maybe we can, no? Okay. In order to have like all the lines of elastic, last time I measured each one out and I drew it, but I measured these out and I realized that between each of these lines is ½ an inch, so that's perfect, so that's what we're gonna do.
Now we're gonna shirr. This is the most time-consuming part of this whole project. Back and forth lines at like the tiniest little interval. But the smaller the distance between the lines, the more cinched, the more ruched, the more amazing it's gonna be.
Oh, hello there. It's the second day of sewing this dress, and I'm on schedule, a lot better than normal, which is usually a 3-week period. But the goal is to finish the sleeves. This is the only piece of fabric I have left now, and it kind of terrifies me because I'm also trying to make a corset out of this. And that's the reason why I bought it originally, and then I decided that I wanted to make a dress out of it. So what I'm trying to say is I cannot mess up, I cannot screw up, but I'm really good at doing that. So you really got to think this through. Did a lot of research on how to do I want to do a balloon puff sleeve kind of situation, and elastic is involved in this. So usually elastic can kind of like cover up issues and problems. So that's a worst case scenario, but I'm not going to let it get there. There's not going to be any problems. No problems. None. You like my sweatsuit? Thrifted 100%. It's a look. You might not like the look, but it's a look. All right, let's go.
Now we're going to cut out our sleeves. We're going to fold the remaining fabric in half and cut our little pattern thing out from this. Next, we're going to cut out the skirt fabric. Next, we're going to base stitch. This is how we're going to be able to ruche the skirt to fit the bodice. And all you do is sew a straight line and you pull at the remaining excess thread. This was so much easier than I thought it was going to be, and it was a lot more straightforward, and it worked really well. Moving on to the sleeves, we are going to measure out the elastic for our wrist section. Make sure it's a little bit taut. Now let's sew the channels in that we're going to run the elastic through. I found this old sheet fabric and I think it looked really cute with the green. And this is going to be the channel where we run the wrist elastic through. I sewed this channel in, making sure that there was no leftover edges. Next, I'm going to sew the channel to the top of the sleeve where the elastic will run. I didn't show this, but make sure you measure the circumference of your shoulder and make sure that the elastic's a little bit taut there too, because it's going to be holding up your entire sleeve. After that's all been sewed, we're going to finish the sleeve. We're going to sew right sides together and make sure we leave the little hole where the elastic needs to thread through on both sides of the wrist area. There's probably a better way of doing this that looks a lot better and doesn't require so much seam ripping, but your girl didn't figure that out yet. Also, I'm not even attempting a lining, no thank you. The final step is feeding through the elastic. To help with this, clip it to the end of a clothespin and it'll make it so much easier. This should be really easy, except my elastic kept breaking. It just like straight up kept breaking, even after I sewed it into the garment. Hello. So I tried it on earlier, don't worry about it. It works, I think, first and foremost. You did not need to cut this from this. I think I caused myself unnecessary stress and I added a full day of work to it. I also think it needs to be shortened because it's a little bit too long, and this needs to be tightened more. I think I need to sew it more to the bodice. And the last thing is it doesn't fit on my waist as snatched as I would like it, so I think I'm going to install 2 little straps from the excess hem fabric. And also with the excess hem fabric, I'm also going to make a matching mask because apparently I'm not doing enough work, so yay!